to me was heartbreaking to listen to the words of Palestine Red Crescent colleagues that mainly decided to stay in the hospital and they refused to leave, even if they were ordered, just because they said, we cannot leave behind our patients, we cannot leave behind our people. And also hospitals now are becoming a refuge for hundreds of people that believe that hospitals are kind of a sacred place where no one will dare to bomb. Colleagues of Palestine Red Crescent are mainly echoing what you just played and what we listened a couple of minutes ago. The situation in Gaza Strip is really concerning and overwhelming. The hospital of Palestine Red Crescent in Gaza City is running out of medicines and all the basics, and even more importantly, of fuel. So generators will not work anymore, and electricity will not be anymore in the hospital, which means that ICU units, incubators, oxygen, they will not be able to provide it anymore. So, of course, the situation is really concerning. And then there is a problem of safety. There is no real safe place at the moment in Gaza Strip. And so even for healthcare workers, of course, for civilians, but even for healthcare workers, it's very difficult to move around Gaza Strip.
When you talk about things like power running out and therefore oxygen and ventilators then obviously ceasing to work, when will that happen? How long is left?
Well, I think that it's not long. I mean, not a long time is left. We knew that it was going to finish in these days. I mean, over the weekend, maximum Monday. Now we know that mainly they're using electricity only for the emergency services, but this is not enough, and this is why we're calling on all the parties to get, to have the possibility to get safe access and then get humanitarian aid to the people that they need in Gaza Strip.
Yeah. Of course. Over the last couple of days, Tommaso, we've been reporting on our programme of, first of all, the warning from the Israeli military that people should move from the northern section, I suppose, of the Gaza Strip to the southern section. And we understand that tens of thousands of people may have at least attempted to make that journey. What is your understanding of how people are moving and being displaced in Gaza by the escalating conflict?
We said from the first moment that we are absolutely concerned about this order. What we are hearing from Palestine Red Crescent colleagues is that there is just a huge confusion. People don't know where to go, how to go, and what to do. So, I think that there is, again, an issue of safety, an issue of logistic, an issue of bringing food, water, and basics to those people. So again, our call to all the parties is to respect civilians, to respect health workers. This is not negotiable. It's under international humanitarian law. It's a legal obligation. And again, international humanitarian law was made. I mean, I'm always thinking about it as in the worst moment of humanity, which a conflict is, there are rules, and these rules must be respected.
When you speak to colleagues, Tommaso, when you assess the reports that you are reading and hearing and seeing, is there any precedent for how your colleagues are now having to operate in the conditions in which they find themselves, the restrictions perhaps upon them, this real sense of urgency ahead of this ground offensive as well, which appears to be, if I can say it like this, even more imminent than it has been? It seems like it's approaching. Are these familiar conditions in any way, or is this unprecedented for them?
Well, I would say that it's unprecedented in this way, but then we also have to say that the Gaza Strip in the last decade, actually more than a decade, already suffered a lot of constriction, blockage, closures. So, of course, our Palestine Red Crescent teams are very well trained and very well aware of the difficult situation where they are. But then I would say that this is really unprecedented. To me, it was heartbreaking to listen to the words of Palestine Red Crescent colleagues that mainly decided to stay in the hospital and they refused to leave, even if they were ordered, just because they said, we cannot leave behind our patients, we cannot leave behind our people. And also hospitals now are becoming a refuge for hundreds of people that believe that hospitals are kind of a sacred place where no one will dare to bomb. So it is something that is unprecedented, and it's something that really shows the commitment to humanity of our women and men of the Palestine Red Crescent.
Yeah. And just a very final quick one, Tommaso. How easy or indeed difficult are you or the relevant representatives finding it to communicate and deal with the government in order to sort of clarify the humanitarian situation and to accelerate your efforts? Are the government open to conversations and open to your work? How is that relationship?
In every complex scenario, the Red Cross and Crescent family is advocating a different level with the governments, and what we are doing also at this moment. Yesterday, we released a very urgent statement of the principal of the International Committee of the Red Cross, where we're saying that we're appalled by the suffering of people in Israel and in Gaza. And I think that this was a very important one to tell to the entire world that we need action, and there is no suffering that could justify the limitless discussion of Gaza.
Thank you so much for watching. You get extra points for making it all the way to the end of the video.
And if you want to see more from me, Chloe and Callum, you can join us every Friday to Sunday on Times Radio from 6 a.m.